That's why it works for us, you know?
Mhm.
Good evening, everybody. Let's see. After about, 45 minutes of a nice storm that we had going here, I think we're ready to go actually get into this discussion. All right, guys. Let's see. We got nothing coming out this week, do we? At all.
No.
So
The only release coming out this week is the Best Man's Holiday.
and November, or what is it called? No, Nebraska. I knew it began with an N.
Nebraska. But I don't know if Nebraska's actually out. I
don't
think
even
that
know
may
what-
be a limited release.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a black and white movie, and then that's about all I know on it right now.
You told me that,
actually,
and I completely ignored whatever you said when you first told me about that movie.
yeah, like, for pure curiosity, Best Man Holiday I think is the only thing out, but I'm just gonna check. The only other new movie that my Regal Cinema is showing is a Bollywood movie called Ram Leela.
I remember you talking about something about that.
But for some reason, my Regal, I don't know if it's all Regals, but my Regal Theater loves Bollywood movies. It has Bollywood movies being advertised all the time around the theater.
Ugh.
It's very strange.
I heard they can be pretty entertaining.
I'm sure they can be, but I'm just not going to see one.
What if it comes on the list, Chris?
Because it's not going to, though, because it's never going to be on your list.
Oh, hell no, it ain't. But then again, I don't like excuse to not see it. I don't have a damn Regal Theater within like 4 hours of this place.
But you can go out of your way. We can find one for you. We can send you to India, and you can watch it there.
You're gonna pay for me to go to India? Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. I'll pay for you to go to India. I won't pay for you to come back.
Deal.
Wait, this show doesn't have an expense account? The fuck am I doing?
Gav, you're not even worth the money. Stop it. By the way, Gab's here.
Hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, guys. Let's see. So instead of actually doing a movie review today, because we can't, we're actually going to go through movie trailers. I think some of them were actually for this year still. And the majority of them will be stuff that are coming out next year. We do have Chris put himself as a limit. He's only going until looks like the end of February here.
Yeah, I basically, because we're trying to take a look at movies coming out soon, take a look at their trailers and discuss them. And I didn't want to go too far because this is something that obviously we could do again. And the fact of the matter is that once you get into March, you don't actually run into a whole lot of movies that have trailers for them. So there are a couple in there, but it gets a lot harder once you get out of February.
But of course, there are then the big showpiece films that we know are coming out.
Yes.
Like Thor's only just come out. We knew that was coming out since 2012.
Yeah.
I mean, then we got stuff coming out like TMT. We have coming out. We have Expendables 3, Transformers 4.
Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yep.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Noah. Yes. And
Noah.
And some of these, we have a couple of to be announced ones here, like Toxic Avenger, Splinter Cell, Poltergeist remake, Dirty Dancing, and Dumb and Dumber 2.
I can't wait for Dumb and Dumber 2 now they've got Jim Carrey back involved.
But both of them are back, so.
You know, but Jim Carrey walked away from it for a while, then they've managed to get him back. And he's all on board for it now. I cannot. Dumb and Dumber was my film growing up as a kid.
Oh yeah, it's a funny movie. Have you seen the stills from it yet?
No, I've seen one or two of them.
Where he's like driving a Zamboni through like Chicago or something like that.
But yeah, literally, the Dumb and Dumber was the one film all the way through high school, all the way through college, and all the rest of it. It's a case of just. Oh, me and my friends just stick that on. We'll watch it. We'll recite every single line. We'll sing the songs along with it. We'll do the whole damn film all the way through, beginning to end.
Mine was Ace Ventura.
Yep, I was with that too.
But my real ones were Con Air, Face Off, and the Fugitive, and The Rock.
Describing like every film I ever bought myself on VHS when I could have.
Oh yeah, I had them all too.
You fucking old guys.
Dude, the 90s were amazing for movies. The early 90s?
The Mask was the first VHS tape I ever bought.
Oh, now that one you better be ashamed for.
Well, I got it alongside Power Rangers the movie, so you know which is worse.
I was going to say, you should be ashamed for both
hold
of
on.
them.
I actually got something for that one. Okay, so we had a drive-in theater down here. And guess what two movies they paired together?
Power Rangers and Dante's Inferno.
No. Gav, any guess?
Well, if we're talking Power Rangers, I'm guessing
Power Rangers
possibly...
and something else.
Power Rangers the movie. And what was out at the time?
Oh, was there a Chucky movie out?
No.
Okay.
Toy Soldiers? No, that was later. A lot later.
You ready? You ready for it?
Go on. Go on.
Jurassic Park.
Oh man, why did I think Jurassic Park was the first film I ever saw in the cinema?
So it was take your kids there, then leave them somewhere else so you guys can watch Jurassic Park. But no, half of the people end up leaving halfway through the movie because they're fucking scared of the movie.
Yeah.
They just fucking watch Power Rangers.
Dude, I saw Jurassic Park in theater. And I was probably like 6 when it came out.
Yeah, it was. I was like, it must have been what 10, and it was like literally the first time. My parents hated the cinema; they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I was always a big fan of films, but they'd never take me. And
How
neighbors
ancient are you, Gav?
Pardon?
How ancient are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, so you're only a year older than me.
Yeah.
Little gits.
What?
And yeah, the neighbors were going to the cinema, and they just said, "Do you want to come?" I was like, "Mum, can I?" Yeah, go on then. Whatever. 10-year-old go see Jurassic Park. I'm like, fuck yeah.
No, he can't go. He'll do drugs and get a tattoo.
I was the dumb kid though. I went the rookie mistake at the cinema. I went and sat right down the front.
I went to the opening night of the first Lord of the Rings movie, Fellowship, and it was so packed there was only the front row open. So I watched that whole fucking 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie looking straight up.
staring up occasionally and leaning around the corner to see
But
what
you know
was
what?
going on at the other end of
It
the
was
screen.
awesome.
This movie feels huge.
It's weird because I remember. Did anyone ever read the comic Foxtrot?
No.
No.
Okay, well, it's basically just this comic of like a white suburban family, and
That was my
the youngest son is a super nerd. And I remember when the X-Files movie came out, they had an entire thing about the two characters, the little friends, going to see it, and they wanted to see it front row. And I always assumed that was like, oh, well, that must be the seat you want to get if you really love something. That must be the best seat because you're so
no,
close.
Hank.
So I always came under that impression till someone was like, "No, it fucking sucks because you just sit there and crane your neck the entire time." I was like,
I always go about 5 from the back now.
I do back row corner. I always like having because I like having the aisle to stretch my feet out into.
I do top row, center.
Yeah, I'm same thing, just to the side.
Yep. I love the top row. And when you get in a theater that doesn't have a lot of people, you just put your feet up on the top row.
Oh, yeah,
top
it was
row.
great.
Oh, yeah.
And it's awesome too because the theater that we have our seats actually legitimately recline back far enough to where you're actually comfortable, and I love it. But okay, that was a very massive diversion. Let's actually get into some fucking movies. How this is gonna work is we're gonna base. I don't think we're gonna go month by month. I don't think because I didn't fucking go month by month in my list. So, fuck it. Let's.
So
just,
I can go in chronological order when we follow my list. But.
Well, I don't think we're just gonna follow a list. I think we're just gonna kind of bounce back and forth on each other.
Yeah, I don't have a list, so just pick
Of
a movie,
course
go
you
for
don't.
it.
You didn't do any work.
I didn't know I had to.
We're all coming together to talk about the movies we wanted to see. You could
And I
have put
can
at
do it
least a
all off the
list
top of my
together.
head.
Okay.
So, but I will be linking the trailers of the ones that we have into the chat room so you guys can watch them because I can't play them for you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
remember,
I will
some
put
of
them
these
into
don't
the.
actually have trailers yet, so
Yeah. So actually, I am going to start off with Chris's first one just because I want to get this movie out of the way. So I believe this is a link to the trailer of the movie that we're just about to talk about. It is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, the most pretentious movie I've ever seen next to Life.
Oh, fuck.
Or The Tree of Life, or whatever the fuck that movie was.
Go jerk off into a big pile of.
this is basically Ben Stiller trying to find his inner
Jackass.
thing. Yeah. He's like, I'm getting to a certain point in my life. I want to make serious movies. I want to get all existential and shit. It's like, fuck off.
Okay, so the premise for the movie seems to be that Ben Stiller plays this character, Walter Mitty, who works at a Time magazine XP that is about to close down. For the final issue, they had to do something, but he lives a very normal life. But he constantly zones out and has wild exaggerations of his life. And to win the heart of the girl he loves, he's basically going to finally act upon all these grand visions he has and actually go out and explore and live life to the fullest.
Which generally, from what I've seen this trailer, it generally just breaks down to Ben Stiller recreating every character he's ever played with every bad accent, every bad wig, and every bad fake mustache.
Well, it just, I mean, honestly, the movie looks like it's shot extremely well, just from the trailers.
Yeah.
It's got beautiful scenery and shit like that. The only thing I just can't take is the fucking, like, this, I can't say for sure because, fuck, we haven't seen the movie. And I also, we just have to pull from what we see from the movie. And to me, it just feels like this whole movie is just hammering into this fucking moral that's at the end of this movie, you know? And this movie would be awesome if he finds out at the end he doesn't get the girl. He's like, well, at least I had a good experience, you know?
If he realizes he doesn't need her and it's a case of, congratulations, you've discovered your actual life.
That would be better. But if he does this just for this chick,
yeah,
it will be the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I'm actually, because I agree with you guys 100% when I first saw this trailer. When I first saw it, I was like, this just looks pretentious, this looks stupid, this just looks so bad. And the more and more I watched it, the more and more I was like, I'm kind of getting into this notion, because there's a few things. One, I think that they could do a lot of visually impressive stuff with his whole fantasy thing. Because there were some really cool shots. When he dives out a window, tackling a guy and spiraling in the air and crashes through another window in a building across the street. And he's like surfing on the concrete of the streets. Like, that's some stuff that is going to be very visually awesome to see. It looks cool just from the trailer.
A lot of this movie just looks like it's just Ben Stiller.
I know, and it's
just Ben Stiller. It's just Ben Stiller walking in a field. Ben Stiller looking at the sun. Ben Stiller looks at a mountain. You know, I'm like, or Ben Stiller looks at a camera.
That's not necessarily bad. Remember, everyone loved Ben Stiller for a while there in the early 2000s.
Yes, and that was a horrible, horrible mistake.
When he was making comedies, but he was the same character in every single one.
You know what happened when we did that? He made fucking Night at the Museum.
Well, they're making a third one of that.
Yes, so I know, and I'm pissed. Right. Ben Stiller is turning into my new, what's his nuts? Johnny Depp.
No, he's not.
He's
no.
Johnny Depp is fine with one character and plays that over and over again. At least with Ben Stiller's characters.
All right, fine. I'll give you that. Okay, it's actually Adam Sandler's becoming my new Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Okay.
He is becoming the new Adam Sandler. Except, well, instead of Sandler trying to go for the lowest common denominator, with the crude, crass jokes of, he's a 50-year-old or 50-year-old dude pretending he's an 18-year-old gross out dude. Ben Stiller seems to be trying to become this uber mature, deep, inner message kind of guy.
We just started, and this is the movie that's driving me to make my first shot.
I like this. How is it going to be a bad thing if the ultimate message of this movie is, hey, go out and live life, go and experience something that's different? I mean, that's what seems to be the I mean, yeah, it's ultimately going to be get the girl kind of movie, but a lot of the shots show him in these different cultures, experiencing people who are very different.
I know, but here's the thing. If it's a movie that's just that really just focuses on the message, then it's something that I'm not going to be able to get behind. I need more of substance into this movie. I need more drama or more things to not look at, because they're.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Ben Stiller has cancer. I mean, we don't know yet.
I've got a problem.
He has ass cancer.
My dog died of ass cancer, and that's not funny.
Seriously, if it's the girl initiates the story but doesn't drive it and isn't the payoff, then I don't think I'll have a problem with this.
I just think it could be a very enjoyable movie. I think that the pieces are in place for it to have an incredible visual take.
Yeah, and I will fully agree on that.
And I think that it's going to have a sweet. I mean, yeah, it's ultimately going to be a feel-good movie, but it feels like there are at least some original concepts being used in this. And I think it's just going to be, it's going to be harmless. It's going to be fun. Maybe a couple people use it as an inspiration to kind of do something.
It's either going to be a feel-good movie or I feel horrible movie that I've never done anything in my life movie.
Well, that's the point though, is that this dude Ben Stiller in the movie is probably like 40 years old and hasn't done anything. So it's it's proof to show that you don't all you have to do is be good looking and popular like Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller's not good looking.
I'm sure.
Have you seen him in Zoolander?
I'm sure some people would disagree with you on that. I don't know if there's any women in the chat room, but I'm sure there's one who's totally like, I totally bang Ben Stiller.
No. Okay. So, this movie is one that's got me on the fence. I mean, I'm way more leaning on this side of the fence towards this is going to be a pretentious piece of shit. But I can't not rule out that this movie might be any good. It's one of those things like even if the message is hammered in, if it's shot right and it looks amazing as the trailers are putting out,
yeah,
I might pass it still.
The thing that kind of bugged me is like, okay, we all daydream. But they actually, in the trailer, they kind of play up that this guy has a serious mental problem where he literally...
Well, that's what I thought. I thought he was schizophrenic.
They make a joke that he blocks out the outside world to the literal point where he misses buses. They arrive and leave while he's daydreaming, or his co-workers can throw shit at him, and they'll time to see how long it takes him to react.
Unless it involves superheroes and/or robots. But no, I don't. I would. It wouldn't surprise me if he has some kind of disorder or something like that. If we find out in this movie, or
maybe
it'd be another angle to play at it. But I don't know. Well, yeah. Do you guys want to move on to the next one?
Yes.
By all means, we can.
There's only so much we can argue about a movie we don't know anything about.
You're all fuckers, and I hate you both.
Actually, okay, I'm just gonna go off Chris's list here, because you actually have quite a few that are on my list. But
and mine are all nice and neatly ordered.
Well, some mine are not.
So no, yours aren't.
Actually, no, mine are up until a certain point. Then I was like, I'm just looking for movies now.
Then you're just fucking everything.
It's like the first three are in the right order. But yeah, let's go into what this will be this will be our last movie of this year.
Yes.
Because we want to punish ourselves at the end of the year. So we are going with 47 Ronin, which is a samurai movie featuring Keanu fucking Reeves.
Every time I've seen this trailer, all I can think of is Rurouni Kenshin.
I wish I could think of
Rurouni
Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin with fucking Keanu Reeves.
Oh no, I'm not. So I'm just saying, you kind of, this at least from the trailers, this is borrowed heavily.
I just wish
if he has a reverse blade, I'm gonna be pissed.
I wish I could, because the rest of this trailer is just awful. It's Keanu Reeves being beaten with sticks for 30 seconds, and I'm just
I enjoyed that part.
Yeah.
Have you noticed he's Jesus?
Yeah, he looks like Jesus. But the thing that really bothers me, beyond the fact that the trailer just outright just shows this movie's gonna suck, is that halfway through the music just gets screechy and loud, like it's the soundtrack to your death or something. I hate this trailer just from that point alone.
Well, the chat room gets to have to deal with it now for a little bit, for at least 2.5 minutes.
Ugh, it's just there's nothing about this that looks good at all. The effects look terrible. The acting looks terrible. I mean, the fact that it's Keanu Reeves alone should be enough to tell you this probably isn't going to be very good. The story just doesn't look like it makes a lick of sense. I don't know if there's anyone in this I actually know outside of Keanu Reeves. And this again feels like one of those movies where it's this is deeply steeped in a cultural history, but the main character is going to be the one white guy in the movie.
Well, apparently he's a slave, so maybe he's a slave from someplace else. Hopefully, he's not some kind of weird Asian white man.
I hope he's not trying to put on a British accent, because America didn't exist at the time.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, and it's better if it's even a bad Cockney one. It's oh, come on, Andy, now try it. I'm gonna show you what.
Nah, he's Australian.
Oh, crocky that. Yeah, be that fucking dragon lady.
No, throw another shimmer on the ball, babe. But
the monk's fucking head be blowing off the top. You toss pot monk, take that. Oh shit, he's around me now. Oh no! I'm just narrating the trailer in my mind.
Ow, that hurts. Ow, that hurts. Ow, that hurts. Oh, wait, we're skipping to me being awesome now? Okay. I am awesome. I am awesome. Oh no, I'm getting beat up now. Yeah. So it starves... No, it doesn't starve Gav. Gav's way too slow to wield a sword.
I would watch Gav in this movie over fucking... Look, I like Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves is actually a really good guy. If you ever, hear read about him, he's actually like an extremely humble, well-spoken.
Yeah.
A little bit depressing, but he is like a very humble actor. So I don't dislike.
It's just bad that his movies are crap.
He just
and he doesn't know how to act.
I've heard 2 or 3 times he's basically just donated his entire paycheck because he's got enough to live on, and he's basically just gone. Yeah, there's my few million. Yeah, there you go. That's
I mean, he sounds like by all means a great guy. It's just one of those things. He's just not a great actor per se, and the movies he seems to pick just seems to get worse and worse. This is actually, I believe, a movie that's been finished for about a year now, and they've just been holding off trying to figure out what to do with it because everyone's like, this is terrible.
Nobody wanted to run with it.
So like, we'll just fucking throw it out at Christmas and we'll just cut our losses.
I can't remember what movie it was, but there was one that came out maybe last year that sat on a shelf for 3 years before they were like, fuck it, let's just put it out there and see if we can recoup some money. But yeah, this looks terrible. I mean, it's fucking Keanu Reeves trying to act. Really, if you want to get Keanu Reeves in a good movie, this movie has to be built for Keanu Reeves to play the role. It can't be a role that he's auditions for. You know, it has to be one that's built specifically for him to act the way he does, because he's so deadpan. He doesn't show any fucking emotion or enthusiasm to anything. He's just blah. He's just there, and that's what pisses
obviously
me off
we're
about
going to see it. We're going to give it a chance, but
no, we're not giving it a chance. We're doing it because we want to punish ourselves.
I always give them a chance, then I slaughter them afterwards.
So yeah, we take that one, and that's the last one
for this year. Oh yeah.
So everything from here on in are 2014 movies, and you're going to very quickly understand why I say 2014 is going to be a bad year for movies, because based off of the first 3 months alone, this is going to be a painful fucking year.
Actually, in the first month, there's 2 movies I want to see. I believe Shadow Recruit and Lone Survivor are in the same month.
Yeah.
So I'm fine in the first month.
Okay, but the first movie we had to see is Her. Well, the first one that's coming out. I don't know if we're necessarily gonna have to see it.
Yeah.
We may.
But yeah, that's what we're gonna get to right now. So let's get into this. Actually, I have a question to this. I didn't see this trailer. I went through all the other trailers and I didn't notice that you had Her in there, and so I
See, I started looking at this and I see Amy Adams, Olivia Wilde, Scarlett Johansson. I'm thinking
Olivia Wilde.
Mm-hmm. Rooney Mara.
Rooney Mara's in it, and I'm thinking,
that's the girl from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, holy shit! I like her.
Yeah.
Chris, can you describe the plot to this movie, or what you've seen in the trailer? Because I can't watch it right now because I hear the audio for it.
It seems to be that it's Joaquin Phoenix is kind of this down on his luck. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix lead. He's kind of this antisocial guy, and he's talking to, I guess, a computer program that manufactures operating systems, and it's asking him personal questions to customize it to him, and identifies that he's, antidepressed, he's antisocial, that he has, issues with his mom. So it creates this female voice, this character Samantha, who is basically going to be his computer program, voiced by Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
And the thing is like, oh well, you need to start living your life, and eventually it's buying us into this idea that Joaquin Phoenix is going to fall in love with his computer program that wants to also become human, because there's a moment in it where they're kind of getting to the point like, oh, I really wish you were real so I could touch you, and then the phone beeps and it's like, how would you touch me? And you're just like,
this is getting creepy. We're gonna see this.
I cannot tell you how much I don't want to see this, because this looks so bad. But if you watch the trailer, everything is just cheesy. It's just schmaltzy, stupid shit that everyone in the trailer reacts to it like it's funny, but every time I see it, I just groan. There's a point where he's laying in bed, and the voice is time to wake up, or are you just gonna lay in there all day? And he's like, haha, you're funny. She's like, oh, that's great, I'm funny. It's just it's just stuff that I hear and I'm just like, this just is horribly written, and the premise is ridiculous.
Yeah. We won't have to see it.
Why is that?
It opens with Lone Survivor.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it opens with Lone Survivor and Hercules: The Legend Begins. So you're clear on that one.
Let's see.
I might have to double up that week and watch that one too.
I want to read you the actual synopsis of this.
Sure.
Okay.
Be my guest.
Set in Los Angeles, slightly in the future, Her follows Theodore Twombly, a complex, soulful man who makes his living writing touching personal letters for other people. Heartbroken after the end of a long relationship, he becomes integrated with a new advanced operating system which promises to be an intuitive entity in its own right, individual to each user. Upon initiating it, he is delighted to meet Samantha, a bright female voice who is insightful, sensitive, and surprisingly funny. As her needs and desires grow in tandem with his own, their friendship deepens into eventual love with each other. For the unique perspective of Oscar-nominated filmmaker Spike Jonze comes an original love story that explores the evolving nature and the risks of intimacy in the modern world.
So this might be pretentious too.
It's very pretentious. It's just this is a guy who's made a lot of really good movies. I could pull them up in a quick moment, but
he's done.
Sorry, now that was the one he got the
Wild
most
Things
successful.
Are adaptation.
Being John Malkovich. So he's got some good.
Hey,
you know,
he's a producer in Jackass 3D.
Yay! So
and he was an old man in Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa.
So this guy's got some success under his belt there, but it's just this movie just looks so bad. Every time I see the trailer, I'm just like, they must have only put the shittiest parts in the movie into this trailer, because it feels like nothing in this is well written or anything. It just completely just.
Sorry for those audio bumps.
Sounds like a misery.
Rated R for strong sexual, or for language, sexual content, and brief graphic nudity. Are we gonna see a robot's ass or something like that? That's why we need
probably
R.
see Joaquin Phoenix's ass.
Yeah,
like,
God damn it.
Joaquin Phoenix.
For a fucking movie that has Amy Adams, Scarlett Johansson, Olivia Wilde, and Rooney Mara, you're probably gonna see Joaquin Phoenix's ass.
If I end up seeing this movie, I'm gonna protest it at the end. I'm just gonna walk out and just be like, "This shit sucks."
You go through a movie, you don't see Amy Adams, Rooney Mara, Olivia Wilde, or Scarlett Johansson's ass, but you see fucking Joaquin Phoenix. You just walk out with a sign. You're just trying to warn people, like, don't go see. You don't get to see any of the chicks' asses, but you get to see Joaquin Phoenix's knob in your mouth.
Jeez, guys.
Why even?
But yeah. Well, we don't actually have to see it, but I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna see it.
I don't know what's going on.
We might double feature that one.
Hopefully, there's something else coming out that week.
There is, but we're Chris.
Well, let's talk about it. I mean, it's
that's why I'm gonna get to it right now. The next one is actually not on Chris's list. I'm gonna go to the other one, which is Hercules.
No, I was referring to Lone Survivor.
Yeah, I'll get to that one next.
Okay.
But Hercules, The Legend Begins. I believe this is the actual trailer for it. I didn't actually get to watch the full trailer because, weather prohibiting, stopped all that. But it's a Hercules movie, I guess. Apparently, I'm not. The one thing I'm surprised about, guys, 2 Hercules movies comes out in 2014.
And it's worth noting this is not the one with The Rock.
No, the one with The Rock is at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So we get one to open the year with, and then we get one to close the year with.
It is odd, isn't it? How these cycles work, because you'll see a lot of years, a lot of very similar movies come out all at the same time.
Like Dante's Inferno or Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Well, even more recently, you got Red Riding Hood and The Huntsman that came out in the same year.
And Hansel and Gretel came out roughly the same time.
And I think last year or this year there was the 2 Snow White movies.
Mm-hmm. There were at least 2 Cinderella movies I think came out together.
Yeah, it's just something that like people are making duplicate movies. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but yeah, we're gonna get 2 Hercules movies this year. And I doubt either are gonna be anywhere in the Disney movie.
Her comes out with Anchorman 2. That's at the end. That's in. Does it?
Her I've seen all over the place, so I don't know.
Yeah, so have I.
I don't know when it's coming out exactly. I think it has a limited release in December, and I think it's opening next year.
If it's 100% against, Anchorman 2, there's no way we're gonna see it.
No,
because Anchorman 2 is like pretty much locked into its position.
Yeah, Anchorman 2 is coming out the same week as American Hustle, so that's going to be a tough week for movies. I wouldn't want to release anything else during that week unless you're doing like a small independent bit or like a fucking horror movie or something.
Okay, I'm gonna say. I mean, I haven't seen the trailer for this Hercules movie, so I've actually got it on now with the sound down. This looks like a really poorly shot film.
It looks it looks weird. It looks like it's like the movie's painted in a sense.
It looks like it's for TV, if anything.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they used the right camera for this because everything looks like it's extremely fast. Like it doesn't look like they put any style into it.
There was a show on BBC called Merlin, which is basically the Arthurian legends.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This looks just like it.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of feels like a BBC show. But I guess with maybe like a higher budget.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
I guess I haven't recognized a single actor in it either.
Well, the guy that's playing Hercules I've recognized him before, and he's also in The Expendables 3. But I can't remember who the fuck he is. So
I want to say the screen grab I see if you make it to the end of the trick because it's like I think it's that same 15 seconds you saw before, but they have like an interview at the beginning.
Yeah,
it's all. If you get to like the end and they have like the final screen grab, it's just like the worst kind of like face, like Ivan.
It turns into Cosby.
Yeah, you're Ivan with the Jello pudding pop.
This guy doesn't look like a fucking Hercules, you know?
No, he doesn't.
At all. I mean, The Rock's not going to look like a Hercules, but...
Well, The Rock at least looks like a huge physical specimen, because The Rock's fucking ginormous and fucking...
Because of all the roids, you know?
Juiced up, yeah.
But
like,
the one thing
plus he has the charisma to sell it, even if he didn't look that big.
Well, he's got this... Have you seen what he looks like in that movie? He's got this long black hair, and it just looks goofy as shit.
Well, he had that during his run as the Scorpion King, so I wouldn't be too shocked to see it.
Well, that's what I'm gonna. When I see this movie, I'm like, oh, so this is a Scorpion King 4.
Basically, despite the fact that there was like 2 more Scorpion King movies and they were both terrible.
Yeah. I know there was 3. I didn't know there was 4.
Glock in the chat's basically just summed the Gladiator. Sorry, yeah, exactly. He's summed Hercules up for me. He's basically Gladiator if it was made by the BBC. It's what's it called?
Is he not doing the trials?
Spartacus Blood and Sand. Yeah.
Like, does he do his trials in here, like cleaning the horse pens, the slaying the Hydra? Not
that I notice. It seems to be some sort of... Like I said, I had the sound down, so it just seems to be, there's war. He's really strong. A lot of it looks to be gladiatorial.
So this isn't fucking Hercules then?
No, I mean, this might have nothing to do with the actual legend of Hercules. It might just be, here's a strong guy. He's going to beat people up.
So why the fuck called Hercules?
Because it's name brand. Because you can get people to that, but I don't think Hercules is something that's trademarked. I think you can call whatever you want Hercules.
This one looks stupid.
I mean, I'm guessing on that. I don't know for certain if that's the case, but yeah, that's what.
I think like. They're name grabbing with this one.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make a movie and call it Hercules, have it be about fucking Hercules, you know? Or call it Hercule so you can rip it off of Dragon Ball Z or something. Fuck this movie. But,
next!
Yeah. we got shit, guys, so... But give me 1 second. I need to actually find the... There it is. I did not have this one ready for some odd reason. So, the next movie is a Mark Wahlberg movie called Lone Survivor. It's about a SEAL team that gets basically an impossible mission, and against impossible odds, they have to fight the insurgency. This is going to be a movie I'm highly going to scrutinize. I'm going to see this movie, because you know this shit, and being in the military for as long as I have, I'm gonna like count bullets to make sure they're reloading when they're supposed to be. I am going to keep an eye on fucking explosion sizes and, debris fields and shit like that. I'm like, no. Because Chris was talking to me about this movie earlier today. about how apparently there was a SEAL, one of the SEAL members was on, or a SEAL member was on the thing, basically calling the shot, saying cut and stuff like that, when he saw something that was unbelievable, that was too Hollywood, or not too true to what actually happened, or not true enough.
This comes out of the mouth of Mark Wahlberg, who, from time to time, sometimes
over embellishes,
gets caught up in his own bullshit. So,
Okay, so
I mean, we could see, but
I mean, I'm seeing Mark Wahlberg, Eric Bana. I recognize that kid. Is it the guy from Hunger Games?
Blonde kid?
The guy that played Peter, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, I know him too. Yeah,
but
like I say, I'm watching these trailers as the chat is basically, and there's a lot of guys here I recognize.
Yes, I am going to nitpick the hell out of this movie. If you don't think I nitpick movies bad enough already, you haven't seen shit yet. But this is, this is a movie I'm excited for. I love wartime movies. This looks like, to me, if it's done right, this is going to be hopefully actually, it's about war, but I hope that it's one of those like it actually tugs at you movie. Because when it comes to when you're in a situation like that, they're your fucking brothers, guys.
Yeah.
And if they portray this kind of thing to where it's live or die situation, they're actually acting in this. It's going to be a very good movie. And if they can't pull that off, the explosions, the bullet count, fucking everything else. But if the acting is solid in this, I think it'll be very good. And this is definitely on my to watch list. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this movie. I'm going to see this movie. I'm excited for this movie. I'm a little bit hesitant towards Mark Wahlberg. Because I think everybody knows the track record with Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg has a really weird track record. He either makes really great films or really bad films. Generally, his bad ones tend to be his serious ones.
Yeah. So it's really on the fence as far as that. I probably would have picked somebody other than Mark Wahlberg. Actually, I probably definitely would have picked somebody other than Mark Wahlberg. But while I hate if the acting's good and the explosions are big, I wouldn't hate it if they over-envelop the explosions and the acting's good. Because they got the essence of the story through. The essence of the story is not making it, graphically perfect as far as how war is supposed to be portrayed. This movie's about the bond of these guys and how they're trying to get out of the impossible odds that they're up against in that story. So if they portray that good, then I'm happy with this film. Unless they somehow bring in laser rifles, then I'll be like, no.
Yeah, like the acting's good, the camaraderie's great, but then the UFO shows up at the end.
It was aliens all along. No.
They're like, don't worry, we're here to get you out. Thank goodness. And now back to Omicron Perseon 8.
And then you find out
credits.
No, the aliens.
Just like, what the fuck?
The aliens are Ted from his other movie.
He's like, I'm here to pick you up, Mark. He's like, Ted! He jumps on, they high five, and his credits start rolling. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just you.
Fly off to a Flash Gordon montage.
It's you just throwing knives at the screen like, you fuckers!
Yeah, I fucking hated Jarhead, but I absolutely loved
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker. That to me was because that was my job. If you ever watch Hurt Locker, that was my job. That to me was amazing. I didn't have any problems with that movie because you do like when the guy goes a bit crazy after in there you do. You're stuck that long out there and shit like that. You do tend to go a little bit crazy sometimes. And yeah, I love if this movie can pull off a Hurt Locker, I'm gonna be happy.
Oh, marvelous! That's beautiful. If it all turns out to be just some child's fantasy, we cut back and this like 5-year-old in his bedroom.
And then it cuts.
Apparently,
away
Quagmire's there.
And then it cuts way further, and it turns out even that was just a dog streaming.
And then instead of that, or after that, the string cuts out and just goes to static, and we get a Sopranos ending. Yes, this is, and it's actually Toy Story.
Everyone's like, I'm so confused. What happened to the war people?
You find it was the Piggy Banks dream from Toy Story, or Mr. Potato Heads. But yeah, do you guys have anything to say about this movie? I mean, I'm extremely excited about it.
It could be good. From what the
decent.
interview said with Mark Wahlberg, if the SEAL team, if the SEAL does have a huge amount of input onto making things realistic, I'm all for it. I think that's a great move. I think they're kind of hitting it at the right time too, where it doesn't feel like this movie has to play up to being like a summer blockbuster as well. So hopefully that these are all good signs point to them taking a very comfortable, a very appropriate look at this movie, and not just going for here's another Michael Bay sort of big action bunch of war guys sort of movie.
I just felt better about this movie. I'm seeing it rated R.
Ooh, nice.
You have no idea how happy I am right now. Like, that was the one thing that I was actually that just popped in my head. I go, oh my god, this might be PG-13. Because if it's PG-13, they'll lose me. Because there's no way you can show war as it's supposed to be at PG-13.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to show pink mist. Pink mist is when you get hit with a round. It looks like a pink mist that explodes out from you. But you can't do that. You can't do pink mist at PG-13. And that's I'm actually gonna look for that. If they don't have that and it doesn't look right, I'm gonna bitch. But yeah, I'm excited for it, Chris. I hope you're happy for it, because we are probably gonna see this one.
Yeah, I mean we'll go from seeing The Secret Life of Walter Mitty to
a war movie. Yes. Yeah.
We'll get to see both. We'll get to see the yin on my side, and we'll get to go.
Now watch. This one's the more pretentious one of them all.
Yeah, this is the one that's just like war.
At the end, it's an anti-war film.
Mark Wahlberg turns to the camera and he's like, "War never changes." You're just like, God damn it!
Damn it, Mark, you lied to me. The reason it's rated R is because they all just strip off and do a fucking full frontal nude dance.
That's the only way.
No, they pull a scene out of Braveheart, and they all just moon the camera and shit like that.
Or they're like, "Oh man, things are bad. It's the only thing that can make me feel better." As he just grabs the other guy's ass and they start making out. You're just like, I didn't see this coming. Oh, hold on, made by the director of Brokeback Mountain. All right, that makes sense now.
I didn't see this coming. Poop.
Oh dear.
But,
All right.
Next.
All right, guys, we're moving on. We are going into this is January 17th. We're looking at Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit.
Yes. Jack Ryan is recast.
This is Tom Clancy's. Basically, this is gonna be the last movie he has any kind of creative input on.
Yep.
Well,
sadly, he passed away. Sucks. I love his books.
But this is a new Jack Ryan movie starring Chris Pine, and it's actually Keira Knightley. I actually had to stop for a little bit and look it up. I didn't know that this is completely 100% legitimate. I was like, that looks like the girl from the Pirates movies, but I don't think it is. I think I'm thinking of Natalie Portman. And I actually had to look it up, and I thought it was a different person. So I was like, oh, no, that actually is Keira Knightley, and those two chicks are just fucking, like, clones of one another.
Have you put them side by side yet?
It really, I swear to God, like those scenes from, like, old shows where it's like, you have to go shoot one of us, which one's which? One of us is the evil twin. If they fucking pulled that shit off on me, they could pull it off 100%. Like, these two chicks, like, got together for, like, an evil mastermind plan. I was like, Natalie Portman was there in my house. There's no way she could have bombed the White House. I don't 100% believe it. She's having immense power at their hands right now.
What it is, it's that Keira Knightley is the British version of Natalie Portman.
What's that one? Is that Freaky Friday? Where
That's
Lindsay Lohan, yeah.
No. What's the movie where it's about the two twins? They're both Lindsay Lohan, and they're one's from
Parent Trap.
separated. Parent Trap. Yeah, this is gonna be Parent Trap.
Yeah,
They should make a Parent Trap with those two.
Yeah.
Just it'll be like Grandparent Trap, or something.
Every time I see it, I'm just so baffled. But yeah, so
let's actually get into this fucking movie.
Keira Knightley's in it, and it looks good. I mean,
Sam Neill too, I think I saw.
Yeah.
This movie, I watched a trailer for it. I'm excited to see a Tom Clancy movie because I can't remember when his last movie was, other than fucking Patriot, or not Patriot. Fuck, what was it? It was in the 90s.
It
was a Harrison Ford movie. But yeah, I'm on the fence a little bit with it. I mean, the plot looks a little goofy for me, but I'm gonna read the book before I watch the movie. I like the guy Pine. I like Pine.
Pine's good. I mean, there's bits this I like. It feels like it's trying to be a little bit more like some of the more recent Bond movies, where it's going to try to kind of pull this action to a bit more of a believable sort of sense, but still be a bit over the top in the same way, which I think is a good design choice right now.
There's a lot of this coming out, though, at the minute, is people trying to be Bond, but Bond's still around.
But Bond's amazing. They can't become Bond.
One element that this has, obviously, is I think it has probably I don't know too much about Tom Clancy. I'm going off what I know about him, but I think this probably has a bit more chance to maybe be a bit more intelligent in a movie. I think some of the Bond movies are kind of like exaggerated villains. It seems like it could actually have like not a realistic.
No, they don't.
plot, but
Tom Clancy movies aren't exaggerated villains. They've never been.
That's what I mean. Like, that's something you get in Bond, where I think
going back to the Bond thing. I mean, I don't want to make it a British versus America kind of thing, but the US have been trying to get their version of Bond since it first started. Mission Impossible.
You want to fucking start something there, Gav?
I'll fucking start with you, dude. I'm not starting with Randy, but I'll start with you.
You sure? You sure you want to go a couple rounds, man? You sure?
No, but I mean, like I say, there's been Mission Impossible. What was the other one?
Some of All Fears we're getting from the chat room here. Hunt for Red October.
But what's the recent one? What's his name? Matt Damon was him.
And the Bourne
Identity?
Bourne, the Bourne.
Oh, the Bourne. Okay. Oh, you're thinking of
They've been trying to do these, action spy thrillers for a while now. A Clancy film. Chris Pine is a decent actor.
Yeah, I love him in Star Wars.
There's a good Star Trek. There's a good back cast behind him there, so we'll see. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, I'm excited-ish to it, because his movies are more of an espionage thing, and a lot of the movies, the hero is not supposed to be, or not he doesn't know he's the hero.
Yeah, the hero is rarely the hero.
It's the guy who doesn't know about anything and just happens to be in it.
Yeah,
or happens to come into It's not Spy Kids. Fuck you.
It's like, again, it's that same sort of thing. A lot of the guys in these sort of films are they're not heroic characters. These are bastards, but they just get the job done,
But I'm tentatively waiting for this movie.
I'm not pumped about it, but I'm looking forward to it.
It's one of those, honestly, I'm torn about, because this is also coming out with our next movie that we're going to talk about. The Nut Job.
Okay.
And this movie is featuring Chris's favorite actor.
I'm so ashamed to be a Liam Neeson fan after this. He's not even in the trailer, but it's the fact he's in this movie based off this trailer that just makes me be like, why, Liam Neeson?
He's not the lead guy.
Do you own money to that you had to do this movie?
He's second on the bill, and he's not even in the trailer.
So he's like a guy who just comes in and says a couple lines and disappears, probably.
Yeah.
No.
You mean like in what is it? Battleship.
Battleship. Yeah. That movie would have been amazing if they replaced the one guy and then just put Liam Neeson in there. Liam Neeson fighting aliens. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. It's better than Liam Neeson fighting wolves.
That is sweet. He's a character in this called Raccoon.
Really original. Is he a badger?
Raccoon.
Is he a badger?
But it's just like the fact that the trailer starts off and like just immediately gets into like a weird like dubstep dance routine.
Yep.
That you're just like, oh
yeah, that just kicked in.
I'm just like, why? I don't understand what this is.
But we get to make up with it later in the year, though, with Liam Neeson.
Maybe there's. I'll tell you right now, we've got about 10 movies, 12 movies on this. 3 of them include Liam Neeson in it. As billed Liam Neeson.
Well, we got one we know for 100% is Liam Neeson being in a role where Liam Neeson should
badass Liam Neeson. The other 2 are kids' movies.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson. We'll get to that movie.
I just want to note the cast for this movie.
Oh, God.
Will Arnett, Brandon Fraser, Liam Neeson, Katherine Heigl.
Fuck.
Outside of Liam Neeson,
Catherine Heigl's in it. I'm not going to see that.
Yeah,
if we pick it, you're seeing it. God damn it!
It's like the fucking.
You can use your one goddamn veto on Nut Job if you want to.
We're not going to see it because we'll probably see Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit instead.
Fuck yeah,
this feels like a movie I'm going to be forced to see later down the line. Like it's going to be held over my head.
Like Bones,
Your
Mortal
Bones.
City.
You still haven't seen that, you bastard.
Or just a particular person will be
Dude,
like,
you got to
"Oh,
pre-order that DVD now. You know,
Yeah.
so you get that thing mailed to you the day it comes out, so you can watch it.
I want to go to Redbox."
But
Yeah,
I really don't want to talk about this movie. I'm actually going to
Next.
refill my drink on this movie.
So the next one.
Yeah, what we're coming to now, though.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
movie that we're coming up to now is another movie I not wanting to fucking see. By the way, we are going to be skipping a couple movies that are in the list. We're basically breaking order with my list now.
Yeah.
So basically, when we get done with Chris's, I'll go through and we'll pick up where we're at.
So, a lot of the
So
lines,
we are going with I fucking Frankenstein.
That's the full. That's the full
Fucking
title.
Stein. Yeah. I fucking
That's the
Stein.
version Bill Nighy says when he has to remember he was in this. It's like, oh, it's an I fucking Frankenstein.
This movie is a horrible mess to me. The only thing that I like about it is I like the guy that's the Frankenstein. in this movie.
Or not Christopher Eccleston, Aaron Eckhart.
I like that actor. I liked who it's directed by a bit because I like the Underworld movies. I don't give a shit. They're shit. I like the Underworld.
there you
That's
go.
because
Like
what's her name's in it.
See,
and I
this
like
is the
her.
problem where we're instantly going, it's Underworld with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's
that's it.
it's Underworld but shittier.
It's Underworld from the demon's perspective rather than the what I call the
Vampire.
humanoid monster perspective.
Yeah.
It's going to the more supernatural side of it. So, all vampires and werewolves and those sort of things, I see them as being humans that are changed. Now we're heading into the demonic side of things.
Oh, we got what? Gargoyles in this movie, demons from hell.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Fucking
Yeah.
Bill
Frankenstein.
Nighy.
I don't
know
know.
who Bill Nighy. I do not know who Bill Nighy is. I just know that
Who is Bill Nighy? You keep saying I'm not pulling up a face for him.
He's in all of the. He's like
Bill
basically
Nighy is the main vampire in the first Underworld film.
Oh,
he's
fuck
the,
that guy.
He's the dad in Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, I like him there.
He's
Yeah.
basically every
He's
British.
the guy. I know you don't like it, but he's the guy, the world creator, the architect in Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah, and he's also the voice in The World's End.
He was in the voice
Yes.
in the Band. He's the dad in About Time that's out right now. He's in a lot of.
I don't like his acting, to be honest. I don't. I put
Really?
him up there with who's the guy in not Superman. Iron Man 3. Playing Mandarin.
Kingston.
Oh,
I hate
Ben,
Ben
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, I hate Ben Kingsley.
Really?
Yeah, I think his acting's terrible. Because
There are many that would disagree with you.
Huh?
There are many that would disagree with you.
Well, I don't give a shit. I'll fight him.
Gaz, like, I'm not the one because we ain't got any problem between us. Fuck you, Chris.
Yeah, Chris
There's
disagrees
one
with you.
movie I've seen him in that really just I'm blaming him for one movie, and I think it was Blood Rain.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
was he in Blood Rain, or was it the other guy that I'm thinking of?
He was in Species.
Oh, I hate him in that movie. He has an Oscar. I know. We made a mistake.
Yeah, just for Gandhi. You know?
I mean, he was in Schindler's List as well.
Yeah.
Well, that was back when he was
in
younger.
Gandhi, Shutter Island, Hugo. I mean, who are you looking for? Are you looking for what Ben Kingsley was in that you don't like him in?
Yeah. I thought he was
Can
in a
you
Blood Rain
imagine
movie.
him
He
in
was in
Blood Rain?
Blood Rain. He was Kagan in Blood Rain.
Yes. Fuck him. Fuck him for being in that movie. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Watch that movie and tell me you don't think he can act.
Oh, I know
I
he
mean-
can act. He's just not in that movie.
Yeah, it's always a chance that he may have just had a shitty movie.
He's like, I'm getting
Well,
paid for this. Sweet.
he phoned that one in for the check, I guarantee you.
Yeah, of course he does.
And he also phones in Iron Man 3.
Look,
he's terrible in Iron Man 3.
Liam Neeson obviously is doing that himself, and I still like the guy. So
Well,
I mean,
Liam Neeson can act.
I know, but I think maybe Ben
All the
Kingsley-
time.
Yeah, but he's still
he's guilty. He's as guilty as any other phony. Like I say, Battleship. He wasn't there. He was just whatever. I've got to read these lines. Apparently, yeah. There you go.
It's like, hold on a minute.
He probably got
You say-
paid more
you
than...
say Rihanna's in this movie, but she's not in a true topper bikini in any of it? What the fuck?
He probably got paid more than the main guy. in
Chris,
that
I'm sorry,
movie.
but that is the most convincing accent that you do. Oh man. But yeah, even Ben Kingsley in Iron Man 3, he wasn't acting; he was himself. He was playing himself the entire damn time with
Well, he
Lion.
needs to never ever do that again because
Yeah.
it makes me cringe.
Yeah.
Just every scene where the Mandarin's in, I'm like, fast forward.
I think that's a lot of the problem that people have with that movie. It wasn't the Mandarin, but we're getting sidetracked. So
Yeah,
Well,
we're
he's
completely
doing a new,
sidetracked.
Mandarin-centric movie, so.
But okay, back to I fucking Stein. Fuck this movie. Move on. No.
The other thing I just want to notice how much I love in the trailer when they're doing like the cast list, like Aaron Eckhart, and it gets to Bill Nighy, and he literally, it's just his face getting closer to the camera. Like I just every time
It looks like he's trying to escape it.
They really need you to be aware that Bill Nighy's in this movie. After his name popped up, he's like, "I'm in the movie."
I am here.
But well, at least we got a somewhat decent movie after it. Maybe.
It's a kids movie, so I have to give it, some.
We gotta give
for
it
that.
some slack. I mean,
The trailer is up and down.
yeah. So the next movie we are going to talk about is going to be the Lego Movie. I'm not excited for it, but I'm not like I'm gonna see it.
I mean,
I think it'll be interesting.
It looks cool in the fact that it's kind of like
Part of the trailer made me chuckle. So
there's definitely parts of it, and it's kind of cool that like all these different characters are going to be in, like Batman, Superman, all of, like the Warner Brother characters. You're going to be getting
not my invisible plane.
Ninja Turtle characters, things like that. Like there's going to be just a bunch of licensed characters all in the same movie. It's going to be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the jokes do look funny, as you said. There's a little bit at the end of it with the Wonder Woman's invisible jet that just looks funny, but. There's
Blew up
other
everything. Not my jet. Not my jet.
But there's other stuff like when he first meets the I guess the female lead in the movie, and she's like, "Come with me if you don't want to die."
Yeah.
And it's
Well, they're hamming up fucking 90s movies, man. 90s and 80s
Yeah, I'm
movies.
just watching the trailer now, and I'm just
That's why I-
bit.
I laughed at that.
like, boom, gang, come on, yeah, first try. It's like he makes sound effects every time he throws it. Bang, zoom, bang.
Honestly, I want to see it. I'm going to go see this movie.
I'm gonna
so,
have to go see it.
Yeah.
It should be very cute and funny. And
What's this up against? Let's see. Lego Movie, Monuments Men, and Back in the Day.
right now, let me see Monuments Men, which we'll be talking in just a moment.
You're gonna be doing a double feature.
I guararantee I will, but I'm seeing Monuments Men. You're not taking me away.
I might still see Monuments
Liam
Men
Neeson's
also,
in this
but,
one.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I mean. Liam Neeson's in fucking everything.
But I think for that week,
Morgan Freeman is God
Again.
again.
Well, that's where he's best at, man. He's got the voice for it. But yeah, I think the Lego Movie will be the featured movie for that episode. We will probably still talk about Monuments Men also. Because we got to mix it up, guys. We got to mix it
I'm
up.
gonna be desperately angry at you that entire week because I'm just like, Monuments Men should be the one that's featured. Monuments Men.
We'll still talk about it, just not as in depth as we are the Lego Movie. Unless the Lego Movie just tanks, and we'll just talk about Monuments Men.
See, the one thing though, I'm really curious because they advertise Liam Neeson as the voice of like the bad cop who like switches to being a good cop. I want to know if Liam Neeson plays the good cop voice as well because it gets so high pitched and nice and friendly. I want to know if Liam Neeson's doing that one as well because that'd be great.
Oh dear.
Legos are more important. Probably. We'll see. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by it. When I heard there was a Lego movie, I was like, oh god.
The more I watch the trailer, the more I'm like, these jokes aren't that bad.
Yeah.
And again, this is a kids movie, so some jokes are, they're
It's
bad.
not a kids movie. It's for anyone who's ever played with Lego.
I've only seen this trailer once, to be honest, because I saw that you had it on the list, and I was like, well, I've seen the trailer once. I don't need to see it again. But when I saw it, it got laughs out of me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it again because I don't want those laughs to get drawn out.
Stale, yeah.
So I'm ready to go see this movie.
The thing is, get ready for this because if this takes off, you're going to see a hell of a lot of these films.
Well, we see a hell of a lot of the games. I think this movie's gonna take off, and I think we're gonna see more of them.
Because you're gonna see the Lego sets from the films get sold.
Mhm.
You're gonna see the games. All this, it's gonna be. It can't be that hard to animate the block characters. Or as hard as it is for like.
I'm sure it's
things like
still very
Avatar. Obviously.
difficult, but
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's not. It's
I'd
no
like
Avatar,
to see the budget
you know?
on the movie. I'd like to see the budget on the movie.
This-
But
this-
I think it'll
this
do
could-
well.
This could really kick off.
Yeah. So we're gonna head over to Chris' movie that he wants to see here.
Yay! The
We're gonna
Monuments Men!
We're gonna talk a little bit about the Monuments Men.
Fuck you! We're gonna talk all
I
over.
have not even heard of this.
See, this is why when you don't get your message about the stuff that you just talk to us, man. You gotta talk to us.
I'm looking now. I'm like that sort of thing. You know, if I hadn't have told you, you wouldn't have known. I'm looking now.
So the
I'm watching this
Yeah,
trailer
but you know what?
before
I'd
first,
still
but-
be just as mad.
Monuments Men.
Just I wouldn't
is
know
a
why.
movie with it's going to be starring George Clooney, Matt Damon, Bill
Sold.
Murray, John Goodman,
Matt Damon's
Kate
so
Blanchett.
hot.
It's just got an A-list to Randy and his.
I'm sold as soon as you
his-
mentioned Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. That's what sold for me. I'm a huge fan of Bill Murray, so the fact he's in this alone is what gets me. But
Really,
it's
he lost me
basically-
at Lost in Translation.
It's basically going to be based off the true story of a group of not soldiers, it's actually like archaeologists and artists and stuff who were commissioned basically to protect culture during the Nazi invasion, World War II.
Yep.
So they basically are run through as soldiers. They have to have combat experience, but their mission is to protect bridges, paintings, different things like that from being destroyed by the Nazis. It looks like it has a good premise, but the fact that its cast is that strong just makes me immediately want to see this.
Who's
This is a
directed by?
movie. The director is.
I mean, I could look it up, but you probably already have it up.
Not at the moment.
Oh, I'll get it then. All I gotta do is click the little button-y thing.
George Clooney is actually directing it. Okay.
Oh!
So George Clooney is directing it,
So
and
it's either gonna come out like one of the Ocean's movies, which were terrible, or it's gonna be good.
but here's the thing that I like about it. This movie was supposed to come out this Christmas, but they were worried that it wasn't going to be polished enough in time for it, so they're actually pushing it back. That's why it's going to be coming out in February this year. And I feel like that's kind of indicative of the fact that this is going to be a polished movie. This is going to be a movie that they're putting a lot of attention on, that this isn't just some kind of like stinker coming out. I'm excited for this. I really like Bill Murray. I like the premise here. I like the cast in here. I'm a huge fan of John Goodman as well. This just looks like it's going to be a good movie.
It looks okay. I will say there's a couple of the guys there look a little bit old and out of shape to be in any sort of military situation.
The joke of it too is they're just like, I have to run these guys through basic. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's like Sylvester Stallone and I almost call him Danny DeVito. What's his name again?
I don't know, Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah, the boxing movie.
Oh,
De Niro and Stallone.
De Niro, not DeVito.
no, but I mean, have you seen the trailer for this with John Goodman? John Goodman doesn't look like he could get past the nearest coffee bar.
Well, you know, John Goodman's always been a bit of a plump fellow.
He's a big guy, but he's looking old and big now.
I know, but he's such a good actor.
He is, and I like him. I do
Oh,
like
you
him.
guys just will never agree with me on things.
We agree on a lot of things. We just happen to like actors that you're just poo-poo on. Because you saw them in fucking Blood Rain. You're just like, damn them forever.
Well, I don't like John Goodman because of Roseanne.
Why didn't you like
I
Roseanne?
hated Roseanne.
Roseanne was a great show.
Oh,
It was alright. You know what? I'm just not even gonna talk sitcoms with you guys because between Frasier and Golden Girls and Roseanne, apparently.
Hey, I'll give you Golden Girls.
Alright.
I will not give you Frasier.
Frasier's great.
No.
It's sharp. And
The only
witty.
thing about
Yeah.
Frasier I liked was the dog.
Ugh.
Because that dog was adorable.
I always liked Frasier.
Frasier's a great show.
It's
Maybe
you're
because
just
I-
reinforcing
not to-
my hatred for it. Thank you.
Not to
Kat.
not to blow my own horn, but I was that situation. I was the smart kid at school around the like when he's got it at work. I was the smart kid surrounded by king morons that didn't get the sort of shit I was coming out with.
I am holding something back. I am not going to say anything. I am not going to say anything.
I have embraced my inner immaturity these days, but back then when everyone else was laughing at the kid who got tripped up, and had boogers flicked at his back of his head, I was like, whatever.
I want you to
Uh-huh.
say it, Randy. Just say it.
Nah, it's okay.
Alright.
But no, actually, what I'm gonna say it by going over the next movie we're going to talk about.
God.
So, guys, this is the movie that we are waiting for the year. This is the movie that will blow our fucking socks off. I cannot wait for this movie. It is going on the list regardless of what anybody says, and it's going to be fucking amazing. And that movie is fucking RoboCop.
Dead or alive, you're watching this movie.
Yes. Gav, if you don't get it when we get it, you're flying somewhere that does.
Checking now.
It's just the trailer for this is
Dude, they painted black, man. That's awesome.
It's so heavy-handed.
They do give him his scenes in silver, at least. They then they give it a reason.
He's got the gun in his leg, man.
Oh, Randy. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I get it a full week before you do? Yes, I do.
That means, you know what that means?
You get to see it twice.
You get to probably see it twice. God, I'm so jealous.
It's the fact that the new trailer starts with Samuel L. Jackson. He's going on this list about how we've made things
He's going to be amazing in this movie.
We've made things safe in the Middle East because we have these big robots walking around along with these RoboCops that are basically ensuring the peace. And he's like, but we do this across the world, but why don't we do it here, America? What are you, America? Are you robophobic? It's I don't know how you write that line and not immediately be like, oh man, could you imagine if we put that in the movie and then you crumple it up and you throw it in the trash with all your other fucking joke lines?
What are we, Family Guy writers?
You're gonna think Samuel L. Jackson recorded that line. He's like, okay, that's going in the outtakes, right? That's going in the alternate scenes, deleted scenes, yeah? Yeah, okay. Wait, what?
It's just...
All right, I'm gonna stop pretending here. I am not looking forward to this movie in any way ever. I could bitch about all the actors I hate. I hate Samuel L. Jackson.
What?
I do. Dude,
I admit Samuel L. Jackson's gotten a bit tired. He's one character now. He's just angry, crazy black guy.
Yeah.
The only time I liked him was when he got eaten in Deep Blue Sea during his epic speech. I was like, yes! And then the rest of the movie went on.
LL Cool J, or not Cool J.
That was LL Cool J.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
What?
Yeah.
That was Ice Cube.
Hold on, I need to see this.
You guys want to bet? I'll bet on it.
Admittedly, I mean, look, okay.
I own the movie.
Is it LL Cool J?
Yeah.
Okay, it is LL Cool J. You got it. Oh, and Stellan Skarsgård. Wow. That's a while ago for you, buddy.
Yeah. See, the thing is, my nostalgia bone is a big one, and I will go see this on the pure basis that I saw. You know, the original RoboCop was one of my favorite films. Because my family is basically 80s cheese. All the Schwarzenegger movies, the Stallone movies, RoboCop.
Well, yeah, it's where we both grew up.
Exactly, yeah. So, you know, that was part of my growing up. I want to see what they've done to it. I'm going to go in with an open mind. I don't want them to make a completely brand new remake of the same film. I've seen the same film. I own the same film. I don't want to pay money to see that again. I want to see what they've done new. I mean, we've said it a couple of times now. The RoboCop films, the original writing was fucking prophetic because it's figured out exactly. It was taking the mick of how corporations were going to take over and all the rest of it. That's exactly how it's turned out. Mm-hmm. You know, they predicted the future. I want to see what these new guys can come in and do and see if they can do something different. A big, bright, shiny silver guardian on the streets is ridiculous. It's not. We know that doesn't happen. They made him stand out because they wanted the iconography. That's what the 80s was about. Today's day and age, they would mark him off as with big, stenciled police badge numbers in camouflage. Well, not camouflage, but something so it doesn't stand out, so it doesn't cause alarm and panic. That's exactly how they do it. So I'm willing to give it a chance and see how it goes. Okay.
I'm not giving this movie any chance. I'm going into hating this movie. I'm going to come out hating this movie. But
okay. I got confused because when you started talking about Deep Blue Sea, I got curious and I looked up that chick Saffron Burrows because I just remember it's like one of those few things when I was a prepubescent teenager. There's one scene where, like, to avoid being electrocuted, she has to take off her wetsuit. She's in her underwear, so I was like, "Do they have that image online? Was that as good as I remember?" I spent the last 5 minutes of you guys fucking arguing about RoboCop, being like, "It was okay."
Thanks, Chris. I'm glad you're paying attention.
He is the most worthless co-host ever.
I was on all fucking Monuments Men.
So, Chris, you ready for RoboCop, man? You ready?
I've told you, I've seen all I need to see with the trailer.
Anything
It just
you want to talk about RoboCop, man? Anything?
I still haven't seen the first other RoboCop, so
Don't see it after, so you have a good taste in your mouth after you've seen the movie.
yeah, I want to see. No, you're right. I want to see RoboCop this one. So like that was awful. They must all be awful, and refuse to see the other ones again.
No, you owe it to yourself to see the other ones. You need to see The Melting Man.
Or I'll watch RoboCop 1. Be like, that was pretty good. Then I'll see, or no, I'll be like, that was okay. Then I'll go see RoboCop this one in movie theaters, and I'll be like, that was great. That other one sucked.
That one spoke to my age.
Despite the fact that I will know full well this movie is going to suck, I'm going to go into it and be like, the old RoboCop sucked, but this new one where they turn him black and he talks about robophobic people, that's a great one.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to talk about the next one?
Oh, I know you want to talk about the next one.
How do I want to talk about this next one?
I think that you're excited to see it.
I am not excited to see it.
It is exactly up your alley and kind of movie.
I am gonna have to go see it, but
Why is that right? Why is that right?
Because I'm married now, and
your new wife wants to see bad romance movies on Valentine's Day.
Well, I honestly don't believe she wants to see it because it's a romance movie. I think she wants to see it because she wants to punish me for something I might do between now and then.
It's a very good punishment. So
the movie is called
The Winter's Tale.
And here's the trailer for it. It's with Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell and what's his face, Mr. Gladiator.
Russell
Crowe. Yeah.
Who in the trailer actually says like, I crush more dreams than you'll ever have in a day. There, Mr. Whatever fuck his Colin Farrell's character's name is. Like he has such like a perfect villain line where he's like, I crush dreams and break spirits. Like
no, he crushes dream and drinks spirits. That's what he does.
It's something like that. It's just one of those things that like he utters the line. You're just like, what a.
Yeah, I've just seen him while he's basically marching down the street on a black horse while the hero on his white horse backs away.
Have you seen? Doesn't Colin Farrell's like his because he's actually Irish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
His accent sounds faker than what's his nuts?
Russell Crowe's? No, Russell Crowe sounds ridiculously fake.
Well, I'm still surprised how bad Colin Farrell sounds.
By the way, I just want to. All right, if you go to
yes,
IMDb,
dear. What?
I want to just note that the lead credit in this movie is Will Smith, who plays Judge. It's not Colin Farrell. It's not Russell Crowe. It's none of the two female leads. Will Smith apparently gets top credited on this.
Is he even I don't remember seeing him in the trailer.
He's not in the trailer. I guess it's sorted by IMDb star meter. So I guess he's just such a great fucking star. He just gets the top of the list, despite the fact he must play a bit part in this movie.
Yeah, he's not. His name's not even. It doesn't even pop up in the trailer.
No. But he's in it anyway.
Well, fuck this movie.
For those curious what The Winter's Tale is and why we're so negative on it, it stars Colin Farrell, who plays a character who is a thief. And he breaks into this place with the intention to rob it, but finds Jessica Brown, Finley's character, Beverly Penn, and instead of robbing her of her precious valuables, she steals his heart.
No, he says I don't. She's like, have you ever stolen anything good? And he's like, I believe I'm working on one or working at it or something
What's
like that.
the best thing you've ever stolen? And he's like, I don't think I've quite stolen it yet.
Yeah.
But the big twist, though,
that
is
made me cry. I was like, oh my god, that's so touching.
Your fucking vagina just gooshed right there.
Yeah, just sploosh all over. Like, I ruined my chair.
But apparently he dies. Something happens. She has terminal cancer, and something happens that he gets launched forward in time, loses all track, and he then falls in love with a woman who's basically the reincarnation. It just looks so schmoppy.
And they're looking over the photos, and they see, and they're like, "Oh my god, what is happening?"
They're like, "This is amazing!" And Randy's like, "I know!" With like tissues over his face.
Chris, I'm gonna go to Harrisburg when this movie comes out, and you and I are gonna go see this movie on Valentine's Day.
Like a date night.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hold my hand at the theater?
Fuck yeah.
So don't get too upset.
Fuck yeah. But we're gonna
what happens to Colin Farrell? He fell off the bridge.
We're gonna go Dutch on the dinner though.
Fuck that.
Well, you eat a lot, man. I don't know if I want to.
Fuck you, you dumb piece of shit. Lost weight. Fucking toss pot.
Don't say that, Chris. That hurts my feelings.
You don't have feelings.
Of course not. Fuck though, they only hold you back. But I don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. I want to double check here. I want to see what this is up against. What is that movie again? That is
It's in February. It comes out in theaters on Valentine's Day.
February 14th. Oh shit. We might have to see it. Unless we got Vampire Academy or Winter's Tale.
Vampire Academy. Oh dear. I don't really know what Vampire Academy is, but I'll see it.
There's also Endless Love, About Last Night, 3 Days to Kill, and Girl on a Bicycle. Gotta hope Girl on a Bicycle is just 3 hours of a chick riding a bike.
And it just closes in her ass the entire time. Like, this was a good decision to see this.
I'd rather see Girl jogging, but Girl on a bike's not bad. But all right, that's.
And once you get off this call, your wife's behind you with a frying pan.
No, she wouldn't do that. Not a fucking frying pan. She'd have one of the rifles at me. I really need to change the combination on those things after this movie. But after that, in February, also we're Non-Stop is our next movie, which I'm honestly just not blanking on. Let me see
it is
here.
Liam Neeson. He is an air marshal.
Yes, the movie I am wanting to see. I actually forgot the name. That was Liam
It's
Neeson.
Passenger 52 by a white Irishman.
Who's bad fucking ass.
Yeah.
Liam fucking Neeson.
I mean, maybe I'm being misled by this trailer, but it's Suzanne Moore, is it? The other one?
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, the basic premise of this is that there's a guy, he's an air marshal who's on a
Correct.
flight, and he gets a message on his PDA by
I'm gonna
somebody
kill
saying,
somebody every
I'm on
20
this flight,
minutes.
20 minutes, somebody will die. And it progresses as they start finding bodies, blah blah blah. There's action. He's pulling guns and drawing on people, but obviously it never shows you who the villain is. Except for the entire time, Julianne Moore is corpsing and grimacing like the most suspicious motherfucker.
Well,
she looks like the dude who's gone in an elevator and farted.
Gavin has extreme experience in this.
I'm sure I am.
But
It's like I've done that from time to time. I know the face they make.
well, they're also you skipped over a little plot here, a little plot point here. The texts he's getting are from apparently his own phone. So
Yeah,
the
they
people
made
are
a
actually
point.
thinking on the ground that he is hijacking this plane.
Mm-hmm.
And then the passengers start fighting the marshal, which is Liam Neeson's character. So he's basically fighting against the people and then trying to find the person that's killing all these people too. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see it. I really wish it was taken in the air. Like, I have your daughter. We're in the bathroom. Come and get her.
Like,
bit of a short film.
daughter in Istanbul. Coincidentally, this plane's coming to Istanbul. You're going to have to crash your plane into their complex to save your daughter.
Your daughter's locked in the bathroom.
Why is the bad guy Irish? They're always like
a little bit. You
somebody
have to go from
else.
the outside.
I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I like Liam Neeson playing, a Liam Neeson role, so
Liam Neeson as a badass is usually a very good thing.
yeah.
It's just a bit of a weird thing for Liam Neeson that he's discovered his badassery, when he's in his 60s. Whatever he is now.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
I'm fine with that.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy with it. I like the trailer. It doesn't make me mad.
No, I like it. I like the look of it.
Yeah, so I'm pleasantly surprised. But as far as movies that we have, okay, now we're basically gonna go off of Chris's list and start.
Yeah,
going on to
we've reached the end of February now, so basically this is what's coming in 2014.
This is all going to be bouncing around. 90% of these will not have trailers. We're just going to talk about the premise and what we can find about it just right now. So the first one I'm going to start off with is have you guys? It's the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
No,
The
No.
sequel to the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, was it the first one? Yeah.
The one that was released a couple years ago. Now, to be honest, I really like that one.
With James Franco and
Yes.
John Lithgow.
Yes, I actually liked that movie. So I'm wondering what will be done as far as this movie goes. You know.
Who have we got in this one? Gary Oldman, good start.
Yep.
Okay. Andy Serkis. Okay, well, obviously, there's body acting to be done. Andy Serkis is the only one that does it.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I don't recognize anybody else. Okay.
But I'm looking forward to it. I'm not too down on this movie. I didn't like the first one.
I haven't actually seen that yet.
The absolute first one, the one that what's his nuts was in.
Oh, Wahlberg? Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen that one. Yeah,
okay.
I've got that one.
didn't like that one.
I mean Rise. I haven't seen Rise.
I liked Rise. So I'm a little bit not excited for this, but I'm just like, yeah. I'll probably
I think
see it.
it's what I mentioned about why I didn't see Elysium at the time. That trailer for Rise was being force-fed down my throat, and I just avoided it because I just got sick of seeing the trailer.
So, like I we're gonna go through these kind of quick here, but yeah, I'm excited to see this. The next one, I don't think any of us are hopefully not excited to. I do have a trailer for this one. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I like my Marvel movies.
It is a teaser trailer of Electro. It's not actually an actual trailer, but it's a 30-second little bit of it. And that 30-second little bit scares the hell out of me.
Electro looks bad.
He looks horrible.
He looks really bad.
But to be fair, he's a character that can turn himself. He can destabilize his entire body into electricity. He was always going to look weird, but he
can never look like a person. Then
the problem with it is that he looks like he's wearing makeup.
Yeah.
When it looks that bad, you can't put it on screen. You know, you need to actually make it believable. He just looks like he's caked in makeup.
It just looks cheesy. Like, first and foremost, Jamie Foxx was a very curious decision for this.
Exactly.
But he's just covered in so much goofy makeup that it's hard not to look at it. It's like Jamie Foxx is playing a big stupid clown.
You know what it reminds me of?
He's gone blue face.
Especially if you look at the before, but the character he was playing before and then after the accident. Mm-hmm. It's screaming at me. Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah, but Jim Carrey is just Jim Carrey. I mean,
I know, but
he didn't look much different other than
but it was that same sort of thing. He played the same goofy, nerdy character, then all of a sudden,
he's gone crazy.
Yeah, he's gone super dark. He just didn't bother with the makeup until the jumpsuit right at the end.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't like the first one at all.
I liked it. I think he's a better Spider-Man than Maguire.
I don't. I like how they wrote him to where he's jokey and funny.
Yeah,
but
he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Maguire he wasn't. He just wasn't Peter Parker.
Well, that's the writing. That wasn't Maguire's fault.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. But
the thing, I don't like the guy's look, 'cause I hate that fucking Twilight look he has. I absolutely hate it. I'm like, you don't look like a fucking nerd. You look like you walked out of fucking GQ or something. Stop it. You're not fucking Peter Parker.
I still haven't seen it, but that's what I keep hearing.
Well, they fucked up my favorite villain too. I love fucking.
And now we come to the crux of it.
I hate that fucking villain.
the Lizard.
Yeah.
Well, you like the Lizard. You don't like their portrayal of the Lizard,
Which is wrong. The Lizard is the way they play it is he's it's an inner struggle of himself and his beast. You know, it's a very character done villain.
Yeah.
And we don't have any of that in this movie.
Yeah, he kind of gets taken over by the reptilian side far too easily, and he's not fighting it.
He fights it through the whole fucking thing. In the way he's supposed to be trained, he's supposed to fight the whole thing. You know, he's always looking for a cure and shit like that.
In the human side of it, in the movie side of it, he's like, fuck it, lizards.
Yeah. It's so fucking... His plan was dumb. I'm just not fucking happy with that.
Mm.
I saw it, I'm like, no. 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 But,
we'll see.
Let me look up my next one here, because there is a trailer for this one. So...
So the need for, according to this list, it's need for pointlessness.
Yeah, we are going for Need for Speed.
Yeah. Or we've run out of Fast and Furious numbers.
Actually, no. Fast and Furious 7 is slated for this year. I just didn't put it on my list.
Oh yes, of course. I follow The Rock on Twitter. He's actually filming it right now.
Yeah.
So,
He's doing his Hobbs bits.
Need for Speed is one of those movies that doesn't need to be made.
No.
I don't know, like, I played a Need for Speed game. A Need for Speed game. So
This is what gets me. Need for Speed is not a young franchise. This is the sort of film that should have been made 10 years ago, when Fast and Furious was at its peak, alongside Need for Speed, Burnout,
Grand Theft Auto,
and
Gran
all
Turismo,
these,
yeah.
all these racing games. Was Burnout the one where you got points for crashing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All these games.
How would you make that into a movie, though? That'd be awesome.
No, but all those sort of racing games were at their peak. Now, 10 years on, you suddenly decide to make the Need for Speed movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because what? Because the Rundown, whatever it was called, Need for Speed: The Run had a theatrical trailer.
It's just
Really?
a mess.
Whatever.
It's a bloody mess. Let's see. I don't want to see it. I think the acting looks terrible in it. The
There's nobody in it, is there?
terrible. Well, Chris,
Well,
a lost
it's
guy.
Aaron Paul, who played Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad. He was basically the second main character in it. So he's a hot commodity right now because he's coming off of the success of the show, which is easily one of the most popular shows.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but even he said himself, his character was supposed to be killed off in the first season. If that had happened, he would be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without that show, he would be nothing. But the fact of the matter is, his stock is extremely high right now because the show is so successful. He was such a great actor in it. His stock is high right now. The unfortunate fact is that he's now jumping into a movie that is not going to do very well. Mm-hmm. This is the same thing that happened to basically everyone after Lost.
This will probably sink him.
Everyone after Lost did this. I think it was Matthew Fox did. Oh god, I can't remember the name of it. It was basically like some crappy spy movie immediately after, and then he was Racer X and Speed Racer. As soon as that was done, his career was over. He was basically right back to television and bit roles in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I mean, that's basically what I kind of see happen with Aaron Paul here. Is he really unless he absolutely knocks it out of the park in Need for Speed, I really just see him kind of floundering around for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm actually trying to find something for the one movie I want to talk about.
Gojira.
I'm not doing that one now.
Gojira.
Okay, fine. You bring it up now. I'll bring
Gojira.
it up. Okay. The movie of the year for me is the Godzilla 2014 movie.
Yes.
Here is the 30-second teaser trailer for that movie. To me, the teaser trailer is amazing. For like a minute and 20 seconds, they did everything right for it.
I see. I haven't actually seen this fully yet. It's not the American Godzilla anymore, is it?
No. This thing looks very good in a comparison to the old version.
See,
the only problem I have with it is the neck's too fat and the head's too small.
See, they've got to be careful with this because, like I say, the Godzilla is a very serious commodity in Japan.
You are talking to me about this, man. I know everything.
What's the one where they had American Godzilla?
Oh, the 2000 or the 1999 version?
Yes. No. The one of the Japanese ones.
Final Wars. Final
Wars, yes. Where the alien invaders use all the monsters they could, including the American Godzilla, and the Japanese Godzilla put him down in 10 seconds flat.
In the Sydney Amphitheater in Australia.
Yeah.
Yep. But the creators of Godzilla from 1999 actually went to Toho and cleared the script and the design of that Godzilla with them. They agreed to it and endorsed the shit out of it. So, a lot of people claim that Toho hated it. No, they didn't. They liked what they saw. They may have actually hated the movie, but they liked the idea of the American Godzilla.
See, that's the thing. As another creature in the Godzilla mythos, he's fine.
Yeah,
I honestly prefer the look of the American Godzilla. He looks more like a beast. He looks more like a creature that could exist.
I don't, because to me, I like the design for a creature. I don't like the design for Godzilla.
See, yeah, as a creature, I like the design. As Godzilla, no.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm big on monster movies.
So am I. That's I grew up on kaiju films.
Yeah, and it's basically for me the quickest thing that'll take me out of it is it's a human in a suit. You know, or it's acting human. Those Godzilla movies where the fucking thing's doing a Highland fling, fuck those things.
Well, that's because in the 60s and 70s, their market changed, and they had to because as the Godzilla movies went on, the people that ended up seeing them, the age dropped.
Yeah,
so
I
they had
understand
to change their market, how they were making the movies. So they ended up going more towards a kid movie, and enter Godzuki and shit like that.
But I want to see when I see a monster movie, I want to see a creature being a creature, not thinking like a human.
Oh yeah,
it's like it's like all this bullshit that fucking Asylum and Sci-Fi are putting out right now.
Yeah.
You fucking animals don't premeditate.
That's why you watch actually the Godzilla movies. Chris is probably just gonna be like, I'm gonna go do something else while there. But no, the Godzilla actually supposed to have a humanistic nature to him. I mean, you notice it even in the originals. Like he will actually stare somebody down. He will size somebody up.
That's just general intelligence. Actually acting like a human. And,
well, yeah, what he does is dance, or he does like the flying tail kick. That's just stupid. But
yeah.
But yeah, I'll fully agree with you. But he's supposed to have a humanistic aspect to him, because I'll just I'm just gonna ramble on and on and on and on about the history of this movie because I know everything about Godzilla. Yeah. By the way, his name is Gojira. We changed it because we wanted to Americanize it and make it sound less foreign when it came over here. That's why we added American actors to it. And Gojira is actually gorilla whale in Japanese.
Gorilla whale?
Yep.
Who's a monkey fish?
Yep. They wanted something with size, power, and sleek, so they came up with that. There's also actually 6 different rumors with why his name is that. Some people believe, even the owner, like the people who made the movies, don't know where the name came from. Some say it was one of the producers' name was Gojira, and some say that it was the some other things, but there's no. They don't remember anymore.
It's going to be unfortunate if that's a real name, Gojira. It's like, hi, I'm Chris Gorilla Whale.
Hey!
Oh, you heard that, did you? Get your ass back over here.
But yeah, I mean, I'm extremely excited for this movie. The only thing that really pissed me off is I don't like fucking Godzilla outside Tokyo or Japan. We could split hairs and go like Monster Island and where he was in Sydney and shit like that, but that was like a few films. But he's always in Japan. That's where I want him to be because I don't like Godzilla 1999 left a really sour taste in my mouth. I don't want him fucking in New York anymore. Plus, it doesn't make any sense if he's from Tokyo. Why the fuck is he on the other side and on New York? Shouldn't he be like taking to San Francisco or something like that? I'd rather much see that. If he's going to be on the U.S. mainland, I want to.
Yeah, that was a weird thing that he managed to get all the way to the East Coast.
Because he's birth of I can't remember what the reason
French
why.
Polynesia, I think they said it came from.
Oh, that they're nuclear testing?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. But yeah, I want to see him from the other side. Which is funny because you'd have to date the movie. Because we don't do nuclear testing unless it's some kind of like Fallout. Oh, that'd be bad.
Well, yeah, it would make perfect sense for a creature that size to take that long to grow.
Maybe. But I really want to see this movie.
Yeah, me too.
They got the Roar extremely close. Fragger and I actually debated on this movie on the Roar a little bit. There's a little bit with the Roar towards the middle of it where it transfers over into his guttural reverb at the end.
Yeah.
They mess up the transition between the two. It sounds too short. But his first blast roar sounds exactly what it needs to be. But the transition into the longer part of the roar is a little bit off for me.
There's 2 iconic roars.
Nerds.
There's 2 iconic roars that for me that basically have to get right. One of them is Godzilla. Mm-hmm. The other is the Jurassic Park T-Rex.
Yep. And do you know how they made Godzilla's roar?
More than likely something similar to how they do the TARDIS, which is basically a piano wire scraped backwards.
It's actually a bass, I believe, being scraped with some kind of like a cloth or something like that. It's like one string bass or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's and they turn it upside down.
Yeah.
For some reason. But that's there, some more nerds for you.
Moving on.
Well, if it's a Godzilla crossover with Pacific Rim, that'd just be fucking Mecha Godzilla versus Godzilla. That's what that movie would be. But yeah, I'm excited to see this movie.
Admittedly, I mean, last thing I'm going to say on this, I would love if this kicks off and Godzilla does become a popular movie, because like Pacific Rim has led the way. I would love Toho to basically redo, their sort of stuff again, with new technology, with the new. Probably not, but
they're done.
But, well, I know they are, but you know what I mean. Somebody take it on.
They are keeping their local rights, but they are still selling foreign rights.
Yeah.
So the only way you will ever see another Godzilla is if another person makes it. We will never see one strictly from Japan again.
Well, then to get somebody to do it. I want to see the rest of them. I want to see Mothra, Rodan, all the rest. I'll bring them on. I want more monster movies.
Yeah, what, Godzilla vs. All Monsters or something like that? They have another one.
Well, look, fuck it. DC can do their thing. Marvel can do their thing. The Avengers.
Godzilla.
We want Godzilla and his whole set of movies. Every single one of them gets their own movie. Then we have a crossover monster mash. Do it.
Fucking, like, Marvel and DC will get their ass beat by Godzilla, right?
I don't care. Godzilla's got a rocket turtle.
They would just curve something like Iron Man.
He flies like a moron.
Then Jet Jaguar shows up just to ham up the screen and die.
See, Gamera made Blastoise before Blastoise. They just got him. They just got him the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
All right. Yeah, I wasn't even wanting to get into that movie right away because I wanted to talk about other things first. But Chris, you want to get into yours while I look up the trailer for it?
Captain America is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Winter Soldier coming out in start of April. Looks very good. Looks like they're gonna get Cap's character down. Should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Really, that's it.
You sound all drained,
you were
Chris.
Fangasming the shit out of this movie less than like 3 hours ago.
I know, but I'm all drained after hearing you guys fucking talk about fucking Godzilla for 30 minutes. I feel like curbing it back because I feel like I'm really too lame.
Chris, it's Captain America, man. It's
I know.
Chris, what about that elevator scene?
The elevator scene looks very good.
God,
looks very, very true to Captain America's character.
When you freaking out when the dude caught the shield?
That is pretty pimp.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Moving on.
More Marvel.
Yeah, fuck that. So I think that's pretty much run out of every... Oh, wait, we got one that we have... let's do the last one we have a trailer for, that we know we have a trailer for. I think it's the one that Chris and I are also very excited for. It is a movie that doesn't make any sense when you watch the trailer as far as the full biblical story goes. But, guys, we're probably going to go see Noah being played by Russell Crowe.
Oh, dear Lord.
It's just...
Have you heard of this, Gav?
No.
Watch the fucking trailer. You might not have to listen to it. All you have to do is watch it. There's a point in that trailer you just be like, what?
I really thought we were beyond the point of making these kinds of movies. Like, I really thought we'd reached a point where, like, hitting particularly just the Christian market was done. But apparently not.
Well, I don't have any faith in this movie after watching Robin Hood, you know?
I don't have any faith in this movie based on the fact that it's based on a fucking biblical story that doesn't make a fucking lick of sense to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not historical. It's not like you're watching a historical movie, you're like, these facts really happen or anything like that. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's
like the Bible happened.
That's what I mean. So you already know what's like, this is a story everyone knows the end to, but you're not interested in seeing it being told.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and think that Noah and his family get 2 of every animal on the fucking ark and they survive the storm. If that doesn't happen, I'll be shocked. I'll be very fucking,
The Titanic misses the iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the iceberg and sinks.
But the only thing I'm excited for It's Emma Watson's.
Oh, Ray Winston, nice.
Emma Watson's in it. I'm happy.
It just seems like they went into this and they were just like, you
Emma
know
Watson's
what?
hot.
People are going to be really bored of this movie.
We need to put a hot chick in it.
He has to fight a war. But it's just like the visuals in it just don't look impressive. Like the scenes of the animals coming in, every animal just looks super fake CGI, and that just puts me out of it.
Jennifer Connelly, okay. Emma Watson,
Yep, I'm excited
Anthony
for that.
Hopkins, okay.
Guess what? We are seeing it too.
Ray Winston, yeah, okay. There's a decent cast in this.
Except for what's his nuts? The lead.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe in any serious role. You just want to see him punch someone.
But yeah, from what we got slated now, what's set in now, it's up against A Haunted House 2 at March 28th. And that's it. It's just Noah and A Haunted House 2.
Huh.
So there's a high chance we're going to see this.
Yeah.
Unless it somehow gets bumped up one and it's up against Muppets Most Wanted, then we'll see Muppets Most Wanted.
Oh, thank Christ.
More than likely, I'll have to see, Noah anyway, because we never get the Muppets movies on time.
You'll see Noah twice.
Yeah, no, literally, we got. When did the last Muppet movie come out for you guys?
Fuck,
it was
I know.
it was like September 2 years ago. We got it this January, this March, in fact.
Holy shit.
Just gone. Yeah, they held it back almost half a year.
But other movies, we have Days of Future Past. I don't think we need a link trailer for. I think everybody's seen it. I'm excited to see Daily. I'm excited to see this.
I'm gonna see the shit out of that movie.
It looks awesome. I like the so far. I like the plot. The trailers are all right.
I'm getting a little bit tired of Wolverine, but okay. He's getting overused. He's a good character, but he's getting overused to fuck.
Well, he's essential to the story, though.
That's the thing, though. He's not. They rewrote the story to make him essential to the story.
Okay.
The original character that went back in time was Kitty Pryde.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They rewrote it so that he's the one that goes back.
Nah, nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I'm just getting sick of Hugh Jackman. I mean, yeah, okay, he's like the perfect Wolverine, but
He is, the perfect Wolverine.
There's one or two. There's 2 or 3 actors out there now that basically they are that role. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. You know, he's Wolverine. I'd say Idris Elba would make a fantastic Jon Stewart. Green Lantern.
Oh, okay, the Black Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the fucking white Jewish dude. I was like, really?
He's going to do the Daily Show now.
Chris Hemsworth pretty much nailed Thor.
Idris Elba's
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, I also like the guy playing Captain America, too.
Yeah.
Chris Evans?
Yeah.
Chris Evans is a great Captain America. Loki is, pretty spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could see Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner,
yeah.
I'd be really good there.
Well, the only thing I don't like about Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner is that I think he's too big for a scientist. That's it.
All right, well, you saying scientists can't be buff?
No.
Well, it's not buff. It's you take it. He's just a big set guy.
He's a mountain of a man.
Yeah, but he's had to live rough. He's had to, he's not been able to get fat or anything. So he's kept himself fit just by being on the move, and
You're just making excuses for the movie now, aren't you?
I always make excuses for movies. I like to look at things from every angle.
Wait, did you say Mark Ruffalo is a big guy?
No, I'm not saying he's fat or tall.
No.
I'm just saying
because I was gonna say he's 5'8".
Yeah, but I'm saying he's big as far as like he's got very broad shoulders, he's got defined arms. He's a big guy. But okay, moving on. We have Transformers 4 coming out this year or next year.
I'm interested. I've kind of stayed away from the spoilers for this one, but
I hope they don't put Grimlock in it.
They are. They are. The Dinobots are in this one. I've even seen a cast list for not a cast list, an open audition for extras, and one of the list was Dinobot reactionary shots.
It's there's Snarl and
I haven't got a clue. All I know is Dinobots.
Slag.
Slag or Slug has been renamed. Probably won't appear because of that rename. Sludge has been ignored for years.
Yeah, Sludge is the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah,
Slag,
he got fucked over in the game. This Sludge, he's the only one that doesn't actually get his transformation. And in the cartoons lately, they've been using Grimlock, Swoop, and Snarl, but they've been changing the name.
I don't like Snarl. Snarl's the Stegosaurus.
He was
Slag,
in the new one. Snarl is now the Triceratops.
bullshit.
They switched the names around because of the thing, but yeah.
Bullshit. No, Slag is fucking the Triceratops.
Yeah.
That's how I'll always look at it.
Snarl, Slag, Swoop, Sludge, and Grimlock are in it. Oh, apparently. According to Mealmox, all the Dinobots are in it. Which is going to be fucking awesome!
Well, I just hope they're not, because they're not villains, are they? They're just unaligned.
There is a rumor that they're going for the Unicron angle on it eventually, but I hope not. The Dinobots have always been the rebels. If they take, there's a lot of the Transformers in my area basically. There's a lot of backstory that could say how they could work it, how they could bring it in. That they're an existing team. I don't think they'll do the we built them on Earth bit like they did from the cartoon originally. Mm-hmm. They'll probably go for the comic book introduction where they are an operating team already and they just get reformatted on Earth. We'll see, but like I said, I haven't really heard much other than that the Dinobots are in it.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm probably going to see it. I've seen all three already. I've hated all three. So.
I missed 3. Can I jump into 4 and not be lost?
Yes.
No, well,
I'm like, what happened to Megan Fox?
Well,
She
she was
broke
gone.
up with him off camera. Oh.
And what? Mark Wahlberg is the.
Wahlberg's in the new one, yeah.
Yep, he replaces Shia LaBeouf.
Shia, no.
That's about it for that one. We have TNMT coming out this year. Or next year.
And there's Megan Fox.
Yep. As April fucking O'Neil.
Oh, there we go. Transformers. Transformers Age of Extinction. So, yeah.
I am not happy with April O'Neil being played by her.
Hey, man, I'm all for it, man. She looks good.
No. One movie I also wanted to talk about because it's got a funny, it's got a goofy name. But then when you realize who's in it, it makes it even sound even worse. So, there's a movie by the name of Sex Tape.
Mm-hmm. It's starring Kim Kardashian.
No.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. That would be Fuck Tape.
So, okay, it's called Sex Tape. You think it would be something, I don't know, actually you think would be sexy. But we have Jason Segel, Rob Corddry, Cameron Diaz, and Ellie Kemper. A married couple, let me read this out. A married couple goes on a mad dash to find a stolen sex tape of theirs. A young, happy married couple gets a night off from their kids and decides to spice up the love life by making a sex tape. When they realize the following morning that they discover their sex tape missing and go out to find it and bring it back. With a cameo by Jack fucking Black.
Oh, dear.
This movie looks like it's going to be horrible. But it's up against Guardian of the Galaxy, so we're never going to see it. But I just thought I'd, bring it up. Let's see. After that, we have Expendables 3 is coming out towards the end of the year. We have Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
I thought you said SimCity for a moment. I was like,
I thought I did too, so I realized.
How do you make a movie out of that? Unless there's just a button you could have to have Godzilla come in and start ruining towns. That's the plot of the movie. Someone finds that button in the world and just keep hitting it over and over, and Godzilla and Thunderstorm just keep ravaging New York.
But, we got that. We have the movie I'm sending Chris to. Tyler Perry's Single Moms Club.
Okay, what's this sending me to? I don't like that. It's going to it as well.
Well, it depends if you use your veto before it or not, so we'll see.
I'm not going to use a veto, but mysteriously my car will have another issue right before it, like Mortal Instruments City of Bones.
I'll drive down
so
there.
He's cheating, I see how this works.
But let's run this out with possible movies that might be coming out this year. we got these are to be announced. So either being made, they're in post production, or they're currently still in development or something like that. But we have the Toxic Avenger being remade. We have Splinter Cell apparently being made. We have a remake of Poltergeist.
That's a bad idea.
A remake of Dirty Dancing.
That's a bad idea.
And then we have a long-awaited sequel to Dumb and Dumber called Dumb and Dumber 2. T-O, not 2 or T-O-O. Just
Which
T-O.
Dumb and Dumberer.
But, I'm excited to see Dumb and Dumber 2.
Oh, fuck yes.
I'm a little bit intrigued to see what Splinter Cell would be like, because I love Splinter Cell. These are just to be announced. We have no idea what these are. We have Ratchet & Clank in 2015, but we're not fucking going that far ahead. But, no, I'm excited to see some of these. I don't like Toxic Avenger, but I don't think it'll be on the list. But, there's also another what's his name movie? Hercules movie coming out at the end of the year also, but...
The Rock.
Yeah, fuck it, we ain't gonna talk about it. Because there's nothing to fucking talk about when it comes to that movie. I'm surprised Chris didn't put in it was past the February mark for him. I was surprised he didn't put the Muppets movie in there.
Nah, it's past February.
But, that's our movies for... that's just trailers we're looking at when it comes close to the... when we get to our Oscar nominations, and we give out our pretend Oscars, we'll give you a 3-month list, I think we agreed on, Chris?
3 months. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, we're going to have to put on there date subject to change.
Yep.
Because we've had quite a few movies just in the past month alone that have changed on us, but we will be able to give at least a vague idea of what we'll be looking at in the next 3 months.
Yeah, so we're changing our format a little bit. Instead of just telling you guys what we're going to see the week before, we're actually going to give you our full rundown list for at least about 3 weeks or 3 months at a time.
Yeah.
But we're still going to keep the, at the end where we'll say, we're going to go see this next week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at least you guys won't be wondering what the hell we're doing. But I think I know, Chris, you are down as hell on this year or next year's movies.
Uh-huh.
But I'm looking at it at the perspective of there are some of these that are going to be so bad they're going to be fun. And I'm actually looking at this year, not saying this is going to be a shitty year. I think this is going to be not an entertaining year, but I think it'll be one of those years.
It's a bad year. You could just say it.
It is a bad year, but it's
there
not.
You go.
It's not a.
That's
year.
all you need to say. That's all you need to say. You don't need to defend it. We don't need to defend Hollywood. We don't need to defend the millionaires. They're fine. They're putting out shitty movies, expecting us to watch them. We don't need to defend them.
It's going to be a year where you might get to see some good things, but you're probably still going to see more bad things. Chris is going to see a whole lot of bad things. I'm going to see a lot of shit. Whole lot of shit. Right, Chris?
Fuck you. Right, Daddy.
But I'm not excited, but I'm happy for some of the movies that are coming out this year.
Yeah, there's some look. Even if there's no Oscar winners or big movies that are going to be awesome, there's going to be some fun movies at least.
There's a lot of movies I want to see.
Yeah.
There are movies in this too that we don't know yet. We don't know they're going to be good. We didn't go into Rush expecting it to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We found that as a surprise. So I'm not going to say there's not going to be any good movies there. I'm just saying, looking at the blockbusters for this year, it's
I don't
not
look at the blockbusters though.
But you have to. I mean, that's what we go into this. Like, we don't. Let's be honest. We don't look at this being like, I can't wait to find out the kind of lesser known classics that we're going to find out throughout the year. We kind of look at it like, oh, what big movies are going to come out? Like, 2015, we're not looking forward to the Oscars. We're looking forward to Avengers 2. We're looking forward to Superman versus Batman. Ant-Man, Jurassic World, all that sort of stuff. I mean, the Warcraft movie. Like, that's what you want to get excited for. When I look at those,
I'm not excited for that Warcraft movie.
When I look at it this year, I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I feel it's got a weak lineup to it. There's a couple that'll be good, but otherwise I'm just,
I think this year is going to be fine. I honestly think this year is going to be fine.
I'm going to be keeping it great. I keep a grade of every movie I watch, so I'll be able to, I'll take a look at it next year. I'll see how it is.
All right.
We're
going to be doing this for years. So we'll see how this goes. I got at least probably 3 years at least doing this. Because we got to make it to at least the end of 2015 to make sure we see all these other movies, right? And then we're like, we've seen everything, we're done.
Or at least a Marvel run.
But no, I'm not pissed at this year's lineup. I'm just like, there's gonna be some decent movies in here. I'm not shitting on all of them, but
Yeah.
I think there will be at least at least one good movie every month.
Plus, like, as I just mentioned in the chat, just enjoy this year because the year after we've got Star Wars.
Yep. That's what I mean. There's a lot more to be excited for in 2015.
Fucking shit. But all right, guys. I think we're gonna be closing out with next week. We are gonna be returning back to the normal show again, and we'll be seeing Hunger Games: Catching Fire.
Oh goddamn time, Chris, go see the first one.
I still need to. I've seen the first 10 minutes of it. Does that count? Do I miss a
How
whole?
watch the first 10 minutes and not watch the rest?
I got bored. I'm sure I didn't miss anything in the other 2.5 hours of the movie.
First 10 minutes is the boring part. You need to sit through
She gets picked for the little vote thing. I get it. I'll just jump into the next movie. I understand what's happening from there. I'm like, wait a minute, who's this blonde kid?
Just wait till you get to the supernatural shit.
There's supernatural shit?
No.
Well, there is if you read the books.
Well, they kind of have. Isn't there something with the dog at the end of the first one?
There is in the books.
It's a dog?
It's a beast, a hound, or
Yeah, they
like that.
basically right. Okay.
We can't go into it because I don't want to go into spoilers for the chat rooms.
No, but it is in the books for the first film. Okay, they never explain it, but basically all the animals that are in the film are basically genetic mutants. The birds that can remember the song were genetically designed for the war that split the nation in the first place. So they were bred with mockingjays, so that's why they can remember anything. The problem is they failed because they were being used to send false information. Mm-hmm. The dogs were genetically designed hunters, the bees, the trackerjackers, which they go into great length to say they're deadly, they cause death, they are deadly, they will kill you, dead. They never explain what they are, and they were basically genetically engineered bees as well. Mm-hmm. Hopefully they'll go into explain that. They have to do it for the third book. but you know.
No, I don't know because I've never read them, so.
Oh yeah.
I'll wait till I see the movie.
There's basically something in the third book that cannot exist in nature. That has to be a mutation. So
it's a Jabberwocky.
More or less.
The walking penis.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
I don't know.
Walking on your nutsack or something.
What if it walks on that?
That's what your legs are?
What if it walks on the head?
Fuck that.
Like it bounces around like a pogo stick?
Ow, fuck that.
But it's only half flaccid, so it's still got a little bit of bend to it.
But that increases its chance to break.
Perhaps. Perhaps it depends on how skilled they are. It's evolution, you know? Only the strongest penises have survived. I'm just gonna say more obscene shit until you fucking cut.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. You have a great night. We will see
spitting
you.
up into its young's mouth.
Would you shut up? I'm just gonna mute the call. Good night, everybody. We will see you next week for Catching Fire. There will be no Cobra Die tonight. Sorry, but guys, we'll see you then.